Hi, it's Evan Roberts of Roberts Pianos Houston here, and we have a 1967 Yamaha console piano in stock. We've sold quite a few of these. There's a big difference for me between an American one and a Japanese one. And I think that the main difference is there's a margin of difference of quality. It comes with the Celeste-Rail. The Celeste-Rail is off now because we're working on the piano. And it comes with this nice rounded leg. You can see here, there are some damages, like there's some damages, small marks here and there, which we can try and color in to match better. There's a scratch here, just you can see in some light. That might not come off, it may come off. And then there's just small things here and there. The biggest things are on the bench actually. There's chipping here, chipping there. So we'll try and touch up. The bench might be, the pedals we touch up for sure. And that's it really, just small marks here and there, scratches of use. Has a nice metal music desk, and the piano is from 1967, so it has the original Yamaha paint on the inside, which I quite like. I was just tuning it myself, just tidying up the tuning, which is always good for me to keep my tuning really tight. A few interesting things before we go into it. Let's just listen to the sound, the basic sound. Nice bass, very full bass for the size, and a very rich tone. You can hear the sound enveloping, and it's not too bright and it's not too mellow. A little bit of brightness to it. I can mellow it down for you if you like us to, but I think it's very pleasant. Just a quick thing to mention on cabinet wise, again, the keys on the front are slightly yellowed, but I don't think that's really something that maybe we can polish them. They do need cleaning, that's for sure. So that's, and let's go into the action. The action's interesting. One of the things I first noticed is obviously the tapes need changing. They're old, we'll change them. And someone here, a piano tuner, did something very smart, which is I've never seen before. They tied a piece of string to the hammer butt, and then they tied to the bridle strap holder here. They used it as a bridle strap. It works. We'll see what happens when we pull the piano out of the action out of the piano. But that looks like it might work. It's quite smart. And obviously it's dusty. We need to clean it out inside entirely. And then you can hear some clicking. Here's click. That clicking is the flanges in the back of the hammer butt. I don't know if you can see that, but if you look over here, sometimes you can see them. They're all kind of, all the springs are kind of popping out. They're all coming out there. You see these little springs. These springs are okay here because there's no damper rail. But then there's a rail down here in this section where they're touching and they're clicking onto this metal. So that's what's happening. They're touching there. And then the hammers themselves look hardly worn. This piano was kept maybe by a single family. I doubt it was even refaced. The hammers look the full size. I'm not entirely sure about that. Dampers are good. Damper checking is a good opportunity to practice chromatic scale. And if you don't know what that is, you should Google it because it's very useful. The dampers are good. No lingering notes. Maybe this G, possibly. I think it's fine actually. It's just reverb in the piano. The tuning pins are good. The block is good. I just tuned it, and so that's solid. And then apart from that, we're going to go through the basic regulation. So let off could be much closer, and possibly key height just to start off with. Just raise the keys. Key dip around 11 millimeters possibly. and then adjust the hammer blow. It feels a bit far away, so we're going to adjust the hammer blow. And the other thing we've been working a lot lately is with hammer mating to string, and just bending the shank a little bit with heating it up to make sure it's hitting dead on. Some of these look a little bit off, but it's only a very small amount. Obviously, it's very dusty. That's just the easy part. We'll just dust it off. Apart from that, it has a Celeste, as I said, so I could show you that, but I've taken it off and it works fine. This soft pedal and damper pedal. And then once we put the new flanges on, the weight's going to be a bit heavier again. So we're going to have to check to make sure it's not too heavy. And I feel like some of those dampers are a bit early. See this damper here? The hammer gets to a quarter of the travel, about where my finger is, and this is about how far it should travel before the damper starts to come off. So it's too early, and we need to check that. That'll take a little, half an hour or something to go through, or an hour to correct them. And, that's definitely doable. We could reface the hammers ever so slightly, but I don't believe that's going to change the tone whatsoever. And as I say, they've got very light grooves in them anyway. I'm not quite sure when that's desperately necessary. In a lot of cases, I get the impression that's a default job technicians do all the time, but when they're really light, I don't know if it needs doing. Let me know in the comments. Definitely when it's deeper, then for sure we're going to reface it. But in this case, I don't know if it's going to do anything to the piano. And then obviously there's some kind of remnants of something down here, so we'll clean it out on the inside as well, and be a nice piano once it's finished. All right, my name is Evan Roberts of Roberts Piano System. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to come see this piano in person, you're welcome to in our store here near Hobby Airport. We'd be happy to show you our stock, talk pianos with you, see what you'd like, and I think this will make a great piano in a modern home. It's got very elegant legs. It's got a matching bench, which we could have refinished. I might discuss that with a refinisher. Thanks for your time, and speak soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.